Good morning and welcome back to another daily market outlook video where I'm going to discuss with you the major dollar pairs and gold. Starting off with the DXY, what we can see is that yesterday we continued down lower after touching this 4-hour supply zone and on the 1 hour taking out the liquidity high that I marked out earlier. Yesterday I wasn't able to upload a market outlook video, but in my post section I uploaded a picture of the DXY and that I wanted to see something like this happening on the DXY, and I was going to place my trades on the colorating pairs. That is exactly what we got, and now what I'm looking at is some kind of a retracement towards this liquidity high over here, because on market open this morning we pushed down really hard, and I now either want to see a reaction from maybe yearly open and then continue down lower, or what I would like is to take out this high with a little bit of liquidity that's situated over here. Then we are trading inside this 1 hour zone that's situated here, the 1 hour bearish chain, and then see a reaction from that zone and then continue in towards the downside. For me, the immediate target is these two lows. If we go to the 4 hour, then I do think we can trade down even lower towards here. But for now, the immediate target is this low situated here. And we're just going to see if we can grab some nice trades on the other pairs. Starting with Euro USD. Euro USD yesterday showed me a perfect setup. On the 4 hour, what happened is that we came back in towards this demand zone that was situated over here. We did take out some liquidity underneath this low, and then on the 1 hour, what we could see is that there was still liquidity situated underneath this low. And that's what I also marked out in one of my earlier outlooks, that either this demand zone holds and we see a reaction from it in towards the upside, or we take out this demand zone as liquidity. Because it was not a really strong demand zone in my eyes, because we didn't take out any liquidity over here. So then this low becomes the liquidity. After we swiped the lows here, I looked at the 4 hour for the 4 hour fractal structure, and as you can see, that came over here. So I placed my buy stop on top of that fractal high here, with the stop loss underneath the zone over here, and that zone is the swing low of the 1 hour structure, because on the 1 hour we could see we broke down, we broke up, then we came it's already here, we came back down in towards discount prices, took out liquidity inside demand, and then we're just continuing higher for now. What I do think though is, together with that DXY retracing a bit higher, I hope we can take out some liquidity here underneath these lows, then trade back in towards this demand zone, and then see once again a change of character in towards the highs to continue up higher, eventually taking out this swing high once again. And if we then go to the 4 hour, I do think there is still room to trade towards this high over here, together with the DXY trading down lower. So I do expect there are some nice positions to be taken in the upcoming weeks towards this high. And let me see, I saw some movement on EU as of now. We are pushing down lower. Yeah, so what I am saying is take out these lows, then see a confirmation in towards the highs, and then just trade up higher. Then we have GU, and GU did also start to trade up a little bit higher from this demand zone. Preferably what I would have liked to see is if we retrace down a little bit lower, and if we could have taken out this low once again, making it a strong low, because now it's just a weak low. These are rather equal lows here. there's still liquidity open. I talked about how this demand zone could indeed provide us with more higher prices, but preferably as on EU, I would have liked if we could have swiped this, then show a change of character, and then get in towards the highs. And for now, our 4-hour fractal structure or fractal high is situated over here. Our low is situated over here. We are still fractal bearish after this break of the bearish structure in towards the downside. Also, because we didn't swipe this low, the fractal didn't switch to a higher position. So that's why there were no trades for me on GU, because I would like to trade in line with the 4-hour fractal structure. So if we can now break that and then come back in towards demand, maybe take out this low, then see a change of character in towards the upside, I would like to trade this. But still, if we do break this, this low is still really weak and I don't want to trade off this low. So I think there are better trades and pairs to catch with this downwards dollar movement. Going into NZD USD yesterday pushed up even higher from this demand zone. On the 1 hour, there wasn't really any clear liquidity. You could say this is some liquidity that we take out and then we push in towards the highs after touching in towards this demand zone. But it wasn't really clear for me, and I didn't like this sideways price action as well, so that's why I skipped the NZD USD trade. Yes, of course, we came in towards demand and DXY started to trade down lower. So with our bearish DXY bias, you could have said, okay, just buy NU. But then there were other pairs to trade which provided us with much clearer structure. One of those pairs is AUD USD. This one was textbook clear for me. On the 4 hour, what we can see is that we pushed up higher, we swipe the highs, but we don't break structure in towards the highs yet. Then we continue down lower. We take out some 4 hour liquidity underneath here, but we don't get a reaction from that. If we then look at the 1 hour, what we can see is that this over here is our last 1 hour impulse in towards the highs. We draw our Fibonacci retracement tool. We retraced in towards the discount prices and we took out the liquidity low that was still situated over here. We do that with force, and then I decided that if we would break the 4 hour fractal structure, I wanted to get in with a buy stop, and that's exactly what I did. So I placed a buy stop order on the fractal high over here. So we changed 4 hour fractal bullish, and yeah, just a beautiful trade. I woke up to this TP this morning. Really nice after a 9 trade losing streak. April has been really tough for me. So it's good to be back into the game and to finally catch some good trades. Did some journaling as well, and I'm really going to continue looking at trading in favor with the 4 hour fractal and just wait for those setups to provide themselves. But yeah, this was a textbook trade. If we look at all the confluences, just to go over them, we were still trading bullish on the 4 hour here. We didn't touch in towards this demand zone completely, but we took out liquidity, got a break in towards the upside. Then, as I just talked about, this was our last impulse in towards the highs, our bullish impulse. We wait for supply or demand. Well, there is demand situated over here from this high in towards this low. So we touched in towards that demand zone. We took out liquidity. We had a more than 50% retracement, and then we had a 4 hour fractal structure break in towards the upside. So everything from our trade checklist has been checked off, and then it's just execute. Then we have USD CAD. On USD CAD yesterday, what I would like to see or would have seen is that we continued a little bit higher in towards the discount prices and then show us a real strong reaction in towards the downside. If we look at the 1 hour, then we have the 0.5, we have open supply, and we had some form of liquidity above this high. we take out the liquidity, we push down a little bit, we take it out a little bit more, but then this consolidation, some swiping of the highs, then a break in towards the downside wasn't convincing enough for me to trade from. And of course, with AUD USD showing us the perfect setup that I wanted, I chose to trade AUD USD over USD CAD. If we do get a little bit of a retracement now, then I am happy to look for more downside on USD CAD, but it has to provide us with some real clear structure. I do still expect the lows to go. So yes, I still do want to get into shorts. But on the other hand, this is all ugly. If we can maybe push in towards the highs one more time and then show us some strength in towards the downside, then I would be happy to join into some short positions. But as of now, there's nothing really to do on USD CAD. Then on USD JPY continued down lower last night with the Japanese yen rising higher once again. But this pair is just a no trader for me currently, especially with these massive JPY moves and the uncertainty on JPY about intervention. Is it there? Is it not there? Are there rumors? Are they really interfering? I don't know, and I don't want to find out by taking stop losses. So this is just ugly price action, and I'm not trading USD JPY as of now. Then we have USD CHF. On USD CHF, we continued down lower as well. I marked out this last buy candle and then the top of that candle, the wick, as liquidity. We didn't grab the liquidity, but then DXY started to trade off lower already, and there was not really a trade to catch for me here. Still a lot of ugly lows on the 4 hour. There is still more liquidity to be grabbed, and if we go to the higher time frame, like the daily, then we are still bearish. So I expect we can take out all of these lows as well. So there's more than enough room in the upcoming period to look for some more shorts. Yeah, let's just wait for some really clear setups to show themselves. I rather enter a trade where everything is already super clear and I can see the trade in front of me already, instead of waiting for something that's forming here. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, and this over here is not a strong low I want to place my stop loss above. So we really need to create some structure, preferably taking out the liquidity here, then really show a strong high with big momentum, a break in towards the downside, and then a continuation down lower. As of now, we're just building liquidity underneath all these lows, in my opinion. So I do think a big move is coming, all depending on the DXY. And yeah, let's see if we can enter some good trades in the coming period. Then we have at last gold. Gold is really, really beautiful. Maybe you do know now I only trade gold longs, but yeah, for me last week what I saw is that this was not a strong low. We did push up, we did make another push up, but then I already talked about how I wanted to see this liquidity swept and then a reaction in towards the upside. Maybe the real move to come after we swipe this low. This low is now a lot stronger still. I am waiting for some more confirmation, some clear order flow to come in towards the markets and then enter onto positions there. There is a lot of liquidity open, so we can trade towards all this open liquidity and eventually towards the 4900 level. Still want to see that get taken out. We just created some equal lows or equal highs here. Yeah, let's just wait what gold will provide us with, because this is just a massive move in towards the upside as of now with not a lot of liquidity grabbed. So we need to see at least some kind of liquidation event, maybe this low, and then a clear break in towards the upside. Or just wait on the 4 hour before some more clear structure is forming, as I've just drawn over here. For me, it's going to be a little bit more of a waiting game, and if the setups are there and they are really clear in front of me, then of course I'm going to execute them, but I'd rather sit on my hands than waste some capital on bad trades as of now. Guys, thanks for watching today's episode. Once again, I hope to see you guys tomorrow with me during the daily market outlook, where I'm going to discuss all the pairs yet again and see what happened today. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys on to the next one. Bye.